Hey, how you doing? Okay. As I'm going through tunes, thinking, well, I wonder what tune we should do next, and I wonder what people would enjoy and stuff. I keep encountering these areas that are pretty difficult to get around and discuss just only in the context of showing you one tune. So today I just briefly like to talk about turnarounds. A turnaround is sort of happens at the end of a section usually, and rather than move to the tonic of the key, like a two, we're going to stay in C, two chord, five chord, one chord, right? So what very often happens is that movement right there, where you're expecting to hear the resolution to the C chord. Instead of hearing that, you're hearing, you get the idea, right? Instead, it goes to the three chord. Now, in classical music, when you study classical harmony stuff, which that's called a deceptive cadence. It's deceptive, right? That's a great word. A deceptive cadence. Ooh, and that just sounds scary. So it's like a deceptive cadence because it doesn't go where you think it's going to go, like so many other things in life. There's my not deceptive cadence, right? Okay, and there was a deceptive cadence. So now these turnarounds, and these are a cadence means sort of an ending point, right? Cadence, like an ending point, and not necessarily the end of a song, but the end of a section. It could be the end of eight measures, where it starts a cadence in measure six or something like that, and leading to measure eight, and then back up to the beginning. That deceptive cadence sort of morphs into a turnaround, and it takes you back to the top of the tune, right? Now, as a matter of fact, as you can see here in a tune like Misty, you want to flip that up for me, Miles? In a tune like Misty here, which is one I'm going through for a chord melody and a few other things right now. You can see since it's exactly what I'm talking about right now, although we're in the key of E flat. As you can see, we have this first ending that goes this same progression, right? Yeah. And then turns back around to the E flat. So there's a perfect example of a deceptive cadence, and that turns back around to the top. All right. So here we're in the key of E flat, but that happens. It's ubiquitous. There's another good word. It's ubiquitous in jazz. Turnarounds happen everywhere, and you have to be able to recognize them. But the idea of being able to understand them as deceptive cadences is very effective because back to the key of C. If we look at the C major seven chord, for instance, and compared to the E minor chord, the chords are so closely related. Like if I play this E minor seven chord with an C major arpeggio. Right? They're really, really closely related. Chords, right? The notes of E minor, E minor 7 are EGBD, right? And the notes of a C chord are CEGB, CEGB. If you add a D, you get a major 9. So they're very, very close. And so it's really just that, that deceptive movement up to the 3, or the third chord in the key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chords in the key of C, right? All right. So now this deceptive cadence, there's lots of different ways to do it. The most common one of all is 3. The secondary dominant of the 2 chord, and then a dominant. That's cool. That's nice. Okay, yeah. So that's the most common one of all. Another thing about turnarounds like this is that they often happen when the melody has been stated. The melody's gone. It's been stated. The only thing that's happening now is the chord progression, right? And so that means that you have all sorts of room to do some really cool stuff, and that sounds cool within that framework of the deceptive cadence turnarounds. Okay. So let's do a couple of others. We just started with this. But how about this tritone substitution? That means the substitute of a dominant 7th chord, a tritone away from this one here, which is the E flat 7. Isn't that pretty? So now you have a bass line. Right? That's not that is chromatic. It doesn't do these big those big leaps like in the first progression. So that's a really nice that's a nice progression, a nice turnaround. Let's do an alteration of this 5 chord. Let's try that. So one that I really like to use is a 13 with a flat 9. So there's the 13, and here's our flat 9 on the top. Really, that's a nice bitey sound. And E minor. That string just pulled off my fretboard. I'm not used to using a guitar with this kind of light action, but I use it for the fretboard tracker, just so you know. Normally I play arch top. Okay, so that's a really nice change. That flat 9 is lovely. And another nice deceptive cadence is the diminished with the same root. This is good. They're easy. That sound, it just sounds right, you know, because it is. This is really a substitute for, well, for E7 flat 9, I guess. So that's another one that you can use, and then we can start adding a few more colors, or we can let's do this. We can go to the 2 minor 7 flat 5, or the, I should say 2 minor 7 flat 5. We can go to the minor 7 flat 5 rather than this one here. And it gives us a 2 5 1 into D minor. Yeah, that's rich. Okay, so we'll do that. Or you can do, rather than the flat 9, you can do this very simple skip to the diminished with exactly the same fingering. Yeah, okay, or we can take and color up the chromatic movement with the 7th. This one, with that we have that one, right? Well, let's take this 7 and make it a 13. Right. Of course, you can color that one chord up anywhere. Any way you like. There's you know, lots and lots of different ways to do that. Okay. Now, yeah. Okay. So there's 13, and then you can yeah. Then you can of course mix them up, right? Let's yeah. Here's another nice one. You know, on the, rather than G7, just you can use G augmented. That's such a nice release to that one chord, right? So there's my flat 7, my 3, my raised 5. These move in whole tones. Okay. Yeah. Now, yeah. So you can mix them up. You can do. We could do this. That's a deceptive cadence. I just mixed all those ideas up, and you know, and bam, you know, off you go. And keeping in mind that that turnarounds most often don't affect the melody, right? So you've got lots of room there. You can really play with it and use different things. Now we can also go up to, you know, here's E here, right? So we've got that turnaround that comes down from the 3 up here. You can use these smaller abbreviated forms, like for instance A minor 9 to the okay, you get the idea. And so you can take exactly these same chords, shorten them. You don't want the big bulky things. Up here. Try get them short, maybe on the top four strings, and repeat these same voicings that you had down here in this position, right? And that'll give you a start on deceptive cadences. How to practice this? Take one and play the daylights out of it. Just take one and just get it totally cased. If you want to learn a new chord, take that chord like that 13 flat 9, use a progression like this, right? And play it over and over and over and over again, because remember, you're going to be inserting this in all the probably many of the standards that you're going to learn. This stuff is going to keep coming back over and over again, and they're going to be like signatures of your playing. You might just learn one chord from what I gave you here today, and that'll probably be pretty cool. All right. So when you're practicing this stuff, work through it, and get these chords underneath your fingers. Lots and lots of nice, clean repetition, and then start inserting these turnarounds in some of your standard tunes. Of course, you're going to be playing not only in the key of C, but in the key of in all the other keys as well. But C is a sort of a nice place to start. All right, deceptive cadences and turnarounds, and some options for colors and substitutions. Hope this was a help to you. If it was, click subscribe. That would be cool. And also, what's that other thing you click? Click like. Yeah, click like. And if there's anything that you would like us to do, like songs or exercises, or if you have any questions, go ahead and ask us. We'll get back to you. All right, thanks a lot, and we'll see you real soon.